Chosen one. Stop scrolling. Because what I'm about to say isn't for everyone. It's for the ones who've been feeling something shift. The ones who've been waking up in the middle of the night, sensing that something big is coming. The ones who've been fighting battles in silence, wondering, when is it finally my turn? Well, guess what? July 6th is your turn, not next month, not next year, right now. Because on July 6th, the universe opens a spiritual portal, a divine activation meant to launch you into your abundance, purpose, and destiny, but only if you're ready to receive it. This is the shift you've been praying for, and everything you've been through was preparing you for this exact moment. If your spirit is stirring right now, don't ignore it. That's your sign. Drop "I'm ready" in the comments. Like this video, if your soul feels this, share this with another chosen one who needs to hear it, and stay till the end, because what you hear next might change everything. This is your divine moment. Let's begin. 1. The hidden battle was preparing you. You've been wondering, haven't you? Why has everything in my life felt like a battle? Why does it feel like everyone else is moving ahead while I'm stuck? Why are my prayers taking so long to be answered? Let me tell you something most people won't dare say out loud. You weren't being punished, you were being positioned. See, when you're chosen, your process is different. You're not meant to walk the same path as everyone else, because your calling is higher. And with a higher calling comes greater pressure, deeper pruning, and intense preparation. That isolation you felt, it wasn't a coincidence, it wasn't rejection, it was divine redirection. God had to pull you away from certain people and patterns so you could grow into your higher self without the noise, without the distraction, without the sabotage. Those delays, they weren't denials, they were heavenly pauses so you could develop the wisdom, strength, and resilience needed for your next chapter. It's just like a seed in the soil, buried, invisible, forgotten. But in that hidden place, or that dark place, something powerful happens. Roots grow, strength develops, and breakthrough begins beneath the surface. And now, chosen one, that underground season is ending. You were hidden for a reason, but not forever, because on July 6th, the divine timeline finally catches up with your spiritual preparation. The universe hits go, the energy shifts, the season turns, and what once felt like a long, painful delay becomes a launch pad for destiny. You're not behind, you're right on time. Everything you went through, the heartbreak, the silence, the waiting, was shaping you into someone who could handle what's next. Your roots are deep, your soul is ready, your assignment is about to be activated. This isn't the end, this is your emergence. And when the divine says it's time, nothing and no one can stop the shift. Are you ready? 2. A portal of purpose is opening on July 6th. Something sacred is aligning on July 6th. And it's not just a date, it's a cosmic portal, a divine appointment, a soul-level activation. Only a few people on Earth will truly recognize what's happening, because this moment isn't physical, it's energetic, it's spiritual, it's destiny-coded. And you, chosen one, you're one of the few with the awareness to feel it. Spiritual masters have long spoken of portal days, rare alignments when the veil between heaven and earth becomes almost transparent. These are days when downloads of purpose begin pouring in, when divine instructions are whispered directly into the soul, when alignment meets acceleration. On July 6th, your spirit will tune in to a higher frequency. You may notice sudden goosebumps for no reason, intense, symbolic dreams ringing in your ears, spiritual frequencies opening. A strange calm, like the air is waiting for something to shift. But the biggest shift won't be physical, it will be internal. You'll feel a spiritual clarity, like a fog has lifted, like your confusion has been traded for confirmation, like the heaviness you've been carrying finally makes sense. This is what we call divine activation. It's when survival mode ends and assignment mode begins. You're not here to just exist, you're here to ignite something powerful. And on July 6th, that fire gets lit. Ideas that have been buried in your heart for years, they'll start flowing like a river. Visions you've kept quiet about, they'll suddenly feel urgent, unstoppable. People from your past, they may show up out of nowhere, some to help you rise, others to test your growth. Watch everything. Trust your intuition. The universe is reorganizing your path. Distractions will fall away. Wrong doors will close swiftly. New doors will appear boldly. Your only job? Say yes. Yes to the calling. Yes to the unknown. Yes to what your soul already knows. Because the ones who respond in bold faith during this portal activation will be the ones who rise into unshakable favor, purpose, and legacy. Are you ready to walk through? Third, prophetic encounters are being sent. There's something powerful arriving on July 6th, something unseen, something supernatural, something that carries answers you've been praying for. But here's the twist, it won't always look divine at first glance, because when heaven sends help, it often comes disguised. You're about to have what spiritual teachers call prophetic encounters. These are moments when a person, a seemingly ordinary human, is actually a divine messenger sent into your life on assignment. They may not even know they've been sent, but they will say or do something that wakes up your soul. Watch for these signs: a random conversation with a stranger that stirs something deep in you, a message from someone you haven't heard from in years, a dream so vivid it lingers in your mind, featuring someone you've never met, but who feels profoundly important. These are not coincidences, these are clues from heaven, these are the breadcrumbs of destiny. Why now? Because God never promotes without first preparing. And July 6th is your promotion moment, but only if you're ready to discern the signs. So sharpen your spiritual senses, keep your eyes open, tune your ears to subtle messages, stay present in every interaction, because even a small moment might be your turning point. The chosen ones are not passive. They don't just hope for blessings, they watch for patterns, they listen with their spirit, and they move when called. And when they do, miracles begin to follow, connections start to click, doors that were shut for years begin to swing wide open, fast. So from July 6th to July 9th, don't dismiss anything, don't brush off conversations, don't ignore that gut feeling. Instead ask, was this sent to teach me, test me, or help me? Because chances are, it was sent for a reason. Remember, heaven answers in whispers, not billboards. But when you're tuned in, even the smallest moment can shift your entire life. Are you watching? 4. This is the shift that will separate you from the past. Here's the truth most people avoid. Every divine activation begins with a divine separation. July 6th is not just about what's coming into your life, it's about what's being removed. You're stepping into a higher frequency, but not everything and not everyone can come with you. You cannot carry your old wounds into a new season of purpose. You cannot drag expired relationships, toxic mindsets, or fear-based habits into a timeline built for elevation. This moment demands a choice. Will you cling to what's broken just because it's familiar? Or will you trust the unknown because it's finally your time to rise? The truth is, you've outgrown your old life. You've outgrown shallow conversations. You've outgrown the version of you that settled for less, stayed quiet, dimmed your light just to make others comfortable. That version of you, it served a purpose, but it's no longer aligned with your destiny. July 6th is your spiritual line in the sand. It's the day the universe whispers, choose. It's the day the old you falls away and the real you emerges. This shift won't always feel good. Letting go never does. But what you release in obedience, heaven replaces with something far greater, more aligned, more abundant, more you. So now is the time to forgive the people who never apologized. Let go of the weight you were never meant to carry. Detach from cycles you've already learned from, and speak these words out loud. I'm ready now, because everything you've prayed for, the purpose, the peace, the overflow, is waiting for a lighter version of you. One who is not chained to pain. One who is no longer defined by fear. One who trusts the process, even when it hurts. You cannot fly if you're still clinging to the ground. And on July 6th, your wings are being activated. Will you soar or will you stay? The choice is yours. 5. Your abundant season starts now. 400 words. If you've been waiting for a sign that your season of delay, confusion, and struggle is finally coming to an end, this is it. This is the moment. This is your confirmation. Because when heaven activates the chosen, it doesn't just shift the internal. It begins to upgrade your external life in ways you never imagined. Your finances start aligning. Your relationships begin to flow in harmony. Your energy field becomes magnetic. Your voice, gifts, and influence start opening doors you thought were closed for good. It all begins on July 6th, the official beginning of your abundant season. Why now? Because when you come into alignment with your true purpose, the universe has no choice but to respond. Alignment is the new currency, and alignment creates attraction. Opportunities that once passed you by will start circling back. People who overlooked you will now seek your presence. Doors you once knocked on in vain will swing wide open, no force needed. And no, it's not just about money. Abundance is so much bigger than dollar signs. It's peace that stays even in chaos. It's purpose that energizes you every morning. It's power that doesn't come from ego, but from clarity. But abundance is not just given, it's attracted. It's a frequency. And it starts with one simple shift, your belief. So on July 6th, don't just sit back and wait for a miracle to land in your lap. Live like the miracle has already happened. Speak as if your words shape reality, because they do. Plan like your prayers are already in motion. Look in the mirror and treat yourself like royalty, because you are. Because here's the truth, energy never lies. The universe mirrors your mindset. And if your mindset is filled with expectation, confidence, and gratitude, then your reality will start to reflect favor, overflow, and divine timing. Your abundance chapter isn't in the future, it starts now, and you are ready to receive it. Are you open? Are you aligned? Then get ready, because it's already on the way, chosen one. If you've made it this far, then you already know. This isn't just another video, this was a divine message meant for your soul, your season, and your elevation. July 6th is not just a date on the calendar, it's a spiritual turning point. It's the day the old version of you is finally laid to rest, and the real you begins to rise. The hidden battles, the silent nights, the delayed blessings, all of it has been building toward this exact moment. You didn't go through all that pain for nothing. You went through it to become unshakable, unstoppable, unforgettable. Now it's your time to step up, to own your calling, to walk in abundance, to speak with boldness, to live like the miracle is already here. Because it is. But here's the key. Nothing shifts until you say yes. So today, speak it out loud. Write it in the comments. Claim it with your whole spirit. I'm ready. July 6th is my divine activation. Drop that below. Share this with someone else who needs this message. And remember, when one chosen one rises, we all rise together. Now, breathe. Because your breakthrough already began the moment you pressed play. Get ready. Everything changes now.